did that happen?
It just happened.
It just happened.
Yes.
And have you?
We auditioned.
Yeah,
Okay.
The original group, we auditioned, maybe 20 actors or so, and then we chose 8 actors and worked with 8 actors for a certain period of time, and then we chose 3 to do the show. And Sihan was not participating in the original creation.
Yeah, because you didn't choose me when I did audition.
Oh, now we find the
We,
truth.
we chose her best friend.
But we are really happy that Sihan she really has proven that she was a really bad decision to not to take her.
The first time, you mean? Yeah.
Yes, the
Okay.
first time.
So she came in, and in 2 weeks replaced the other actor, and we couldn't say it's a small miracle how
In 2 weeks, yeah.
how she was able to absorb the process that we went through and find all the precise details, and there's a great openness in all of the 4 actors who we worked with. Jemping is the actor who we worked with before that Sihan replaced. All 4 actors have an extraordinary openness to, I would say, the place that we invite actors to be in is to not know. And for an actor, they fight like crazy to know what they're doing on a stage. But if at the center of the performance is a vulnerability and an openness, then they can, with all their details, make a connection with the public. And for Michele and I, our 30 years of experience is all for one thing, and that is to make a connection with the public. In 90 minutes, strangers can make a deep, intimate connection. And that's the miracle of theater, if it happens.
It's kind of the universal language, I guess, of in theater is what I'm hearing. You all saying is it's one language. It doesn't really matter what country you're in or cultural style that the story comes from. Everybody's working towards making that same connection. So
Yeah,
beautiful.
listening is about hearing words, but listening is also about sensing the other. And that's actors on a stage, sensing the audience underneath the language and the language, the gestural language and the verbal language. The theater is for the eyes and for the ears and for the heart.
That's beautiful.
But
Thank
sometimes
you.
we
Yeah.
lose that it's about for the eyes and for the ears. For the heart, for sure. Unless it's a heartless world. But for the eyes and for the ears, it's a tricky play between those two things. There has to be something for the eyes.
True enough. Well, I think I'll just ask you as a final question before we open everything up to the audience. What will you be doing next? What are your future plans? Will you continue working with Lu Xun, or do you have other stories that you would like to adapt? Is this going on a great world tour?
Right now, the future of Lu Xun blossoms is that we will go back to Shanghai in November and play it in a festival that happens at the Shanghai Dramatic Arts Center during the month of November. We're going to go to Kelowna BC with Chekhov shorts. So we're going to play Chekhov shorts again, which is really exciting. And right now we are working on a new project, which is adapting William Faulkner's As I Lay Dying.
Wow.
Uh, so yes, yeah, and we've already done some work on it and performed a piece of it at a fundraiser that we did for our company recently. And William Faulkner is very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
He's an extraordinary writer.
And if people do want to follow your progress, you have a website, which is?
We have a brand new website designed by Michael Wheeler, who has done an extraordinary job of bringing us front and center of social media.
It's a beautiful website. I've seen.
It's a beautiful website.
It's very user friendly. What is the website?
Theatre Smith-Gilmour online.com. theatresmithgilmour.com. It's a project that we've done with Michael Wheeler recently, over the last 4 or 5 months, and it's true. There's a lot to be done online.
And I think it's also a beautiful testament to really the history of your company. I mean, certainly when I was doing the research for this panel discussion, I kind of went through the 80s and the 90s and just got, a really great picture of your contribution to the canon of Canadian theatre. And also, I just have to say it's an honor because I know that you've been traveling abroad, Chekhov shorts, as you were saying, earlier, really sort of helped you find a part of your voice or the voice that you're most comfortable with now, but it also took you away from us and for a long time, and so that it's wonderful to see you back here and being a part of this festival with all the international credentials that you've attained. So thank you for joining us for this discussion about Lu Xun blossoms today. And we do have some time for any questions or comments from the audience. We are live streaming. Hello to our live stream audience. So I will ask you to say anything you want to say on mic. And I have Rebecca here, who is just going to grab that mic and if you two can share the other microphone, if there are any questions for you, that would be great. And just point it upside down, yeah. And please take advantages. Does anybody have any questions or comments for Smith-Gilmour today? I have some more questions if you don't. Anybody? Okay.
Well, one thing we certainly should say is we should thank the organizers of Luminato for inviting the show to this extraordinary festival. Chris Lorway and Janice Price really were strong supporters of our work and wanted to bring us into this great international festival. So we really appreciate their support.
I think it's also incredible that this represents the first Sino-Canadian co-production. So my understanding is that means it's the first time a Chinese theater company is co-producing with a Canadian theater company. So here we are, 2011. I think that's absolutely amazing, and for you all to be part of that is incredible as well. I don't know if there were one of the questions that I had was how is this being received in China? Is co-production a normal thing? Do you see productions going? Have you traveled, the two of you, before to other countries in performance, or is this the first time? Can you tell us a little bit, maybe between all of you, any of you, what this actually means?
Well, I think it's interesting for them to. Like how it was perceived in China is a little bit more obscure for us.
Right.
So yeah, it is a great question for them.
Shall I repeat the question, or do you?
maybe.
Repeat a little bit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well,
I talk
I
fast
think I
sometimes.
think for Mets, we toured we